Ladies and gentlemen, come to the Chicago Sports Spectacular being held November 18th to November 20th at the Donald Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois. This event will feature hundreds of the nation's leading dealers in sports cards and collectibles, as well as appearances by over 75 superstar athletes, including the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, former heavyweight champion of the world Mike Tyson, David Ross, former world champion Floyd Mayweather, Brian Urlacher, and many more. You can find full details online at chicagosportsspectacular.com or by calling 954-227-1565. Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym pumping that iron and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is Windy City Wrestling. Tonight, we have television tapings, and of course, we're holding them at our studios, the Windy City Studios, that is. Let's take a look and see who's absent. Viano 5 is absent. That's okay, we weren't planning on using him anyway. Let's take a look at our backstage incidents. What's going on, Debbie? Ooh. Debbie Combs is not getting along with everybody. Let's give her a stern warning. Here it is, a small positive impact. It's what we like to see, positivity. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our card here, everybody. And we are in the first week of June, 1987 here. We are going to have Despina Montagas in action. The Beach Boys will be in tag action. Cody Hunter, Tony Charles will defend the lightweight title. Big Ron Powers is in action. The Midnight Express are going to be on the show today. And in our main event, we're going to have Doug Summers challenge Steve Regal for the Windy City Heavyweight Championship. For next week, which will be June 2nd, we're going to see Stormy Paulo in action. The Untouchables. Once again, Ron Powers will be in action. Mad Max, Hurricane Smith, Frank Melson, and in our main event, the Windy City Dream Team are going to battle the Terminators for the tag team title. So 2 shows, 2 major titles on the line. We got a lot lined up here, everybody. Let's get to booking. Here we go. Habana versus Montagas. And Habana, of course, is strictly enhancement talent for us. She's a glow girl, which means she has very little skill in the ring, and she will be used to lose matches. All right, there is Despina Montagas. And of course, Montagas is going to get the win here. So that one is in the books at 3 minutes. Up next, Casanova and Crimley versus the Beach Boys. And the Beach Boys, of course, are none other than Sonny Rogers and Johnny Stewart. So here is Dino Casanova. Here's our man, Jeff Crimley. And we'll plug in the Beach Boys here. There we go with the Beach Boys. And we're going to have Sonny Rogers get the win here for his team. And that one is now booked. And up next, Pancho Oliva is going to face Cody Hunter. Cody Hunter does not have a whole lot of talent. He's just a big dude. But, hey, we are a tiny, simple, little independent promotion, and we are going to push whatever we can push here and try to make some money. There's Pancho Oliva. And there is Cowboy Cody Hunter. Cody Hunter is going to get the win. That goes without saying. And that one is booked. Next, we're going to have the Golden Boys give a promo here. And are they formally, do we have them formally in a storyline? Okay. We are going to add our first storyline here. And we are going to have the Golden Boys versus the Untouchables. And it's going to be as simple as that. The Golden Boys are in a feud with the Untouchables. So we have Mike Summers and his partner Jimmy Holiday. And they're in the role here, the feud here with Buster and Ice. Buster and Ice, of course, are managed by Mr. Nitty, but we can't add him in. Okay, so that storyline is added. And Jimmy Holiday is aligned with Mike Summers. So there we go. We should be... Can we? Can we add Mr. Nitty? We're going to add Mr. Nitty as supporting role. And of course, Mr. Nitty is aligned with Buster and Ice. All right, there we go, everybody. So, we're going to have the Golden Boys they're going to cut their promo with Bill Robinette here. So there's Jimmy Holiday. There's Mike Summers. They're talking with Bill Robinette. And they are talking about Buster and Ice. Buster's a great name. All right, they are based on entertainment, and Buster and Ice are off screen. So that one's booked. We got our first storyline going here, everybody. All right, next we're going to have Mickey Shannon. And he is going to, you know what? Windy City considered itself to be, well, they almost were aligned with the AWA. So the AWA called it the light heavyweight title. We're going to call it the light heavyweight title. So we just changed the name there. Not going to hurt anybody. All right, we have Shannon versus Tony Charles here. And Tony Charles, of course, is the Windy City light heavyweight champion. There's Mickey Shannon. Here is Tony Charles. Tony Charles is not the light heavyweight champion, everybody. El Bracero is. Sorry about that. Oh, I got too many saves going on. All right. The great technician here, Tony Charles, is going to get the win over Mickey Shannon. Boy, I feel like an idiot. All right, now, the Untouchables are going to cut a promo back on the Golden Boys. So here's Mr. Nitty. Here's Buster. Here's Ice. They're talking to Bill Robinette. And they are talking about Jimmy Holiday and Mike Summers. There's Jimmy Holiday, Mike Summers. So Mr. Nitty is going to be the only one getting rated here. And Holiday and Summers are going to be off screen. And there it is, as simple as that. Mr. Nitty and the Untouchables cut a promo. Have any of you ever experienced when you play this game that you're always thinking 5 steps ahead? That's what always, if you hear me like pause while I'm doing something like that, it's because my brain has already moved 5 steps ahead. But I'm live on a microphone here, and I got to talk to you about it. So that's where the hesitation comes from sometimes. Next, we got Bobby Walker, and he's in there against Ron Powers. And of course, Ron Powers to me is our biggest blue chipper. Real deal. He's a monster. There we have it. Ron Powers with the win in the usual 3 minutes. And we got another promo coming up here. It's going to be the Midnight Express cutting their promo. And we're going to have them go 6 minutes. That still going 5 minutes. So we have Paul E. Dangerously cuts a promo with the Midnight Express. Now, I know in WCW they were called the original Midnight Express, but outside of WCW, when they were working other promotions like the AWA, they were just being called the Midnight Express. So we're going to keep it that way. All right, here's Dennis Condrey, and here is Randy Rose. And that one, got to have somebody rated. And that one is booked. So there we go. All right, up next here, we have Houdini and Keith Pullins. And they're wrestling against the Midnight Express in a regular match. And of course, I have the regular matches right up there. I'm sorry, everybody. I am tired. It's a Saturday morning here when I'm recording this. And I worked well over 60 hours last week. And I've also decided to switch up my workout and go back to lifting weights. For the last several months, because of an injury, I have been doing nothing but pound-for-pound fitness, push-ups, sit-ups, free squats, that kind of stuff, and lots of it. I've decided it's time to go back to a weight lifting regimen, which can be pretty successful for me. And we got 2 injuries here, and we're going to run this match anyway. Anyway, I think I'm healed up enough from the injury where I can go back to weightlifting. So today was my first day back in the gym, and I took it real easy. But I got to tell you, everybody, I am tired. I'm sore, and I'm tired. So it's the hours and the little physical grind I put myself through today. So I'm dragging here. All right, Doug Summers is going to cut a promo here. I'm not certain yet if we're going to put Doug Summers in a feud with Steve Regal, but we're certainly going to test the waters with it here. So here's Doug Summers, and of course he's going to talk to Bill Robinette. And he's going to be based on entertainment also. And then our main event here. This one should be able to go 18. We're going to have Summers versus Regal for that title. So there we go. That one is booked and ready. There it is. The WCPW heavyweight title is on the line. And we are going to have Steve Regal win. But he's going to do this in typical 80s style. And he's going to get 80s TV style, I should say. And he's going to get the win by DQ. And it's set on enhancement, so I can't do it. So there we go. Now we can do it. There it is. This one is booked. All right, 65. We're at the limit here. We're ready to rock. We're going to go ahead and start this show. There we go. Montagas gets the win. Only a 30 overall, but no red text to doom. So that's a good sign. And we got the Beach Boys getting the win, 27. There is some red text to doom on this one. But it's not too serious of stuff. It's just Casanova and Stewart are off their game. Let's see the takeaways here. Plenty of it. I can't even try to read all those takeaways. All right, up next, Oliva versus Hunter. Hunter gets the win, and Hunter, of course, is managed by Saul Kretschmann. And 31-12 somehow nets us a 16. Ooh, a lot of takeaways there. Oliva needs some work. For those of you that are interested, Oliva actually has a YouTube channel. Look up Pancho Oliva on YouTube, and he's got a bunch of old Windy City stuff posted. It's pretty cool. All right, here we go with the the Golden Boys cut their promo here. They get a 29 overall. And next we have Mickey Shannon and the man that is not the light heavyweight champion, Tony Charles. 42. Tony Charles scores a 56. I'll take it. These are not bad scores for squash matches with an independent promotion in 1987. So here we go. The Untouchables trash talk the Golden Boys. And 27 overall. Again, not very good, but not the end of the world. Ron Summers gets the win with that powerbomb hold. Bobby Walker making his debut here. 37 overall. Midnight Express somehow only get a 51 on their promo. It's the Midnight Express. Paulie Dangerously could out-talk anybody. How do they only get a 51? I don't know, everybody. I just don't know. All right, up next, Midnight Express get a 48 in their match here against the great Houdini and Pullins, and Houdini, who should be a major star anywhere he goes. I mean, look at the guy's look. Up next, Doug Summers, hey, gets a 62 for us. I'll take it for an independent show, and I'm sure this main event is going to tear it up here. And it does. We get a 78 overall, 83 and an 82. Terrific score. Now, they just praised our announcing, and now they're trash-talking our announcing. So you just never know which way you get to go with this stuff. So we get a gain in 2 regions, and we're looking good. And we're set here to start our next show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk about something I feel very passionate about, and that is Brian Ferguson's Bumps and Thumps podcast. Here available on YouTube and any other outlet where you can get your podcasts from. Brian Ferguson interviews several former AWA stars, Greg Gagne, Derek Dukes, and many, many others. Take a trip back in time to the AWA's glory days with Brian Ferguson on Bumps and Thumps. All right, so here we are for the second show, and we're going to make our changes here to our colors. Otherwise, for those of you that know me, you know I'll screw it up. We'll end up booking the wrong card again. It's happened before, and if you've watched this show long enough, you've seen it. All right, in the opener here, we're going to have Paul Dose and Stormy Apollo. So, let's get this one going here. And I have to reevaluate Stormy Apollo because I've seen a couple of his matches, and he may not be a light heavyweight. He might actually be like a middleweight, but I'm not certain because it's tough to gauge with the size of his opponent. So I'll just have to see if I can't get some further footage and take a look. All I do know is that the guy was shredded. He was in great shape. All right, Ellis and Patrick are up next against the Untouchables. Make that adjustment there. We got the times wrong. This one, of course, is going to be a 3-minute bout. And there's Ben Patrick, the little person. He's not really, but he looks like the guy from Game of Thrones. And here are the Untouchables. Couple of bad dudes, these Untouchables. We're going to give the win to Buster here. I knew a girl one time that had a dog named Buster. I thought it was a cool name. All right, there is Jose Medina and Ron Powers. And they're going to go 3 minutes, and we're going to continue getting Ronnie Powers over here. Jose Medina, of course, was a journeyman who had no problem taking the fall. He was a big dude, too. All right, here's Ron Powers, 3-minute bout, of course. And Ron Powers gets the win once again. All right, Mad Max is going to cut a promo here with Saul Crutchman. So we write it up as such. Saul Crutchman cuts a promo with Mad Max. There he is. There's Saul Crutchman. Longtime WWA personality. He was good. He was good on the microphone. Really an irritating heel. And there is Bill Robinette calling the shots on this one. Kretschman's going to be based on entertainment, and that one is booked. Up next, we're going to have Jason Walker get wrecked by Mad Max here. Mad Max, of course, was the former tag team partner of Sam DeSuro. And here we go. Mad Max with the win. That one's booked. Up next, Hurricane Smith promo. And Hurricane Smith is also with Saul Kretschmann. And here we go with Saul Kretschmann once again. And there's Hurricane Smith. There is Bill Robinette. And I'm going to do it, everybody. We're going to start our feud with Frank the Tank Melson and Hurricane Smith. So here we go. Hurricane Smith and Frank Melson are entangled in a bitter feud. You like that? I think that's kind of poetic, don't you? There's Hurricane Smith. There's Saul Kretschmann. And here is Frank the Tank Melson. This one is started, and Hurricane Smith is aligned with Saul Kretschmann. Bam. Good to go. This one's ready to rock. Frank Melson's going to be off screen. And Saul Kretschmann needs to be based on entertainment. And he is. So there we go. And Butch Schultz is going to get messed up here by Hurricane Smith. There he is. There's Butch Schultz. Great hair. That guy had excellent hair. I don't know how, based on that alone, that he was not a big star. All right, there's Hurricane Smith, the future police chief of Sublette, Illinois. And Smith gets the win here. I forget what his finisher was, but it was pretty good. All right, Frank Melson. He's going to cut a promo here next. And we're going to have it. Frank Melson confronts Hurricane Smith in the ring post-match. So Frank Melson didn't like the shit that Saul Kretschmann was talking about him. And now he's walked down to the ring to go over this with Hurricane Smith. We're not going to have him get the blows. We'll have him get into a little argument here. And Saul Kretschmann, of course, be involved. And we're going to base all three of them on entertainment and see how this does. It could turn out awful. It's most likely going to turn out awful. But at least it helps that feud go. All right, Frank Melson is up next. So it would be as simple as Hurricane Smith and Saul Kretschmann just walk away. And now Mike Powers is in the ring to wrestle Frank Melson. I could see that happening on a TV show. There's Mike Powers. We're going to eventually change his name. We don't need more than one Powers. Here's Frank Melson. Frank Melson's going to get that win. I think I got another picture of Frank Melson we're going to change it over to. I don't like that one with him with the belt on his shoulder. All right, here we go. Steve Regal's going to cut a promo. And we could have this one go 6 minutes, but I don't think we need to. There's Steve Regal, based on entertainment. He's on screen, of course, he's talking with none other than Bill Robinette. All right, that one is booked, and here comes our main event. We're going to have the Windy City Dream Team versus the Terminators. All right, I'm going to level with you here. The Terminators are not good. We do not have enough good face tag teams to carry them. we are going to take the belts off the Terminators here. And we are going to put them on the Windy City Dream Team. Now the question becomes, and this is realistic too, the Terminators actually vacated the title in the real world. And the Windy City Dream Team ended up winning them. So the question is here, and it's a tough question. Do we want to try to give the Windy City Dream Team a run here? Or are they just transitional champions for a better team such as Rose and Summers or the Midnight Express? I don't know yet. But what I do know is I want the belts off the Terminators because they're not good. And Terminator Wolf seems to hold down this team. Riggs isn't so bad, but Wolf is. So this one's booked. And we're going to bump up Steve Regal's promo here. And we are going to definitely have the Windy City Dream Team become the new champions here. So, chances are good. This card's not going to be good. But we'll give it a shot here. All right, so we have Stormy Apollo getting the win over Paul Dose. And he's not showing a finishing move here. So we'll bring up Notepad and write that down and get that finished. It's strange. Sometimes when you load a new game, their finishing move, it'll still be in the system, but it doesn't get assigned to them. I don't know why it does that. Oh, 18 followed by a 15. Ooh, this is not looking good, everybody. Look at all those penalties. Ooh, this is not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Ron Powers gets the win over Jose Medina. Oh, shoot. Jose Medina got the win over Ron Powers there. How the hell did that happen? All right, here's the Saul Kretschmann and Mad Maxx promo, 33 overall. I'd like to say it's the first time I've screwed up a match like that, but it's not. All right, Jason Walker loses to Mad Maxx. Mad Maxx gets the win, 30 overall. And Mad Maxx and Saul Kretschmann are an awkward pairing. That couldn't be further from the truth. They were actually really good together. Because Kretschmann managed Mad Maxx in the WWA. So we'll get that rectified next. And I got to tell you, everybody, I'm a little surprised by the score here on this promo. It actually hit a 46. This has been one craptastic show. There's no doubt about it. But this is a pretty good score for this promo. And Hurricane Smith gets the win with his big side suplex. That's it. That's what his big impact move was. And 29 overall. Ugh. This is not looking good, everybody. Oh, no. This confrontation with Melson and Smith only gets a 25. Oh. Frank Melson only gets a 26 here against Mike Powers. Oh, man. We're in some trouble here, everybody. Can Steve Regal save the day? Steve Regal gets us at 81 and very well just may save the day here. We might be able to still get a 60-something score for this show overall with Steve Regal coming through for us here. All right, let's see what this main event how this main event goes. It's not going to go well. 41 overall. Riggs is injured. We do have 1,000,001 bonuses here across the board, but we do have new Windy City Tag Team Champions. And that is Eddie Strong and his partner, whose name always escapes me, Lance Allen. There we go, Eddie Strong and Lance Allen. All right, 41 overall. 51, but we still get the gains? All right, I'll take it. We got a whopping 125 people were in the studios for that one. And whew, that was painful, everybody. Coming up next, we got a tour date coming up on Friday in the game world, of course. Not the actual this Friday. And we got that one set. We'll see Mad Maxx versus Steve Regal in the main event. And ooh, that was tough. Ah, World Class and Sports Vision doing some work together here. Let's see what else is going on. Did Mike Rotundo quit? Mike Rotundo has quit Jim Crockett Promotions. Late payments and even police involvement. Oh, must have gone after Dusty. Dusty wouldn't have put up with that. All right. Candy Divine is gone from the AWA. Debbie Combs is gone from the AWA. Have both these women signed contracts? They might have both signed with WWF. We better check this out right now. No, we appear to be okay. So they just must have quit, I guess. Let's see if anything else catches our eye here. WWF live event. Demolition over the Bulldogs. That's definitely a main event. And good card there. Real good card. See what the NWA is doing. Ric Flair over Ron Garvin. Koloff over Wyndham. Rudin Fernandez over Road Warrior Hawk and Denny Brown. That's because the Road Warriors have signed with the WWF. So the WWF probably used Animal, and I wasn't paying attention there. They didn't use Hawk. I caught that earlier in the game. But no, I don't see Animal. I don't see him there either. Who knows? But that's the reason the Road Warriors are heading to the WWF. Championship Wrestling from Hawaii did some business here. Jerry Lawler over Mickey Doyle. There he is. There's Jack Armstrong. Championship Wrestling from Hawaii was difficult to build. Just so you know, it was very difficult to find footage to get those wrestlers. It was not an easy one. So, all right, that's going to do it for us here, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back in action again tomorrow. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and then leave us a comment below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think. I'm always curious to hear from our new viewers and new listeners. Also, you can find us on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us on Reddit with the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Last but not least, everybody, if you would like version 9 of the Supermod, go to my website, braddrake.net. Drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send you over a link to the database and the picture pack. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.